Hey everybody, welcome back again to the MC Off-Road Garage.
For an overview and installation video of another great product we have here for the Can-Am Defenders. Today this is going to be our extruded black anodized aluminum removable mounting system that kind of goes into the bed here, slides into their I guess post slots, whatever you want to call them. They're originally designed for like wood boards to fit in, but they're too small for wood boards to fit in, so kind of have to use an adapter for that, get that to fit in there nice. But we'll start with the overview first. Basically what you see here is what you're gonna get. These rails are the ones that go across each side. That's a pretty snug fit down inside of here. I mean, it's not rattling or anything. These have our plastic forms that form to the slots in the bed. So your kit is going to come with two of those rails that span the width of the bed. These rails you can also buy separately if you just wanted something to keep buckets and whatnot from sliding around back and forth while you're driving. We sell them in this 1.5 by 1.5. We also sell them 1.5 by 3 inches tall, a little bit taller. The other thing that we do offer is just the ends here. If you're more of a do-it-yourself kind of person, we do sell the ends for 2x4s and 2x6s as well. So those screw into the ends of the 2x4s and do the same thing these aluminum spans do, but just in wood. So yeah, your kit's going to come with two of these, and then your options are going to be for these connection pieces. These are the ones that are going to span in between the two sections. They're going to bolt in. Those you have options basically 1 through 6 for these. Like depending on what you're going to mount in this adjustable system. For instance, if you're going to do the Milwaukee Packouts, it's going to be 3 rails per Packout. So if you're going to do just a Packout on a single half of it, you would do the 3. If you're going to do a Packout on each side, you go with the 6. For the Packout versions, they are going to come with all the hardware to also mount the Packout, the plastic Packout frame, to this frame as well. So you're not going to have to worry about sourcing your own hardware and T-nuts or anything for this. It's all going to come in the kit for that if you select the Milwaukee Packout hardware when you check out on our online store. Otherwise, you do have the option of just like the standard M6 or an M8 hardware kit, depending on what you plan to mount on it. I mean, there's a variety of different ways you can use this for your application on the ranch or on your hunting land or whatever you're going to use this for. You can kind of get your own hardware, or get the right size hardware, I should say, with your kit. If there's any custom needs, we can also fulfill that too. If you need different spans, whatever lengths or locations you're going to want for mounting, we can always do a custom package as well, so you can contact us for that. So that being said, why don't we jump into the installation process and how you're going to go ahead and mount these connection pieces into your width span pieces. Alright, so I popped one of the long spanning pieces out, kind of demonstrate how to install these nuts in the T-slot rail. These do have the retainer ball on them. Some styles require you to slide them in through the end, but obviously we're going to pre-install these form fittings on the end for the sides of the bed. So I'm going to use these ball end ones, makes it easier to install. You're just going to take it, push the ball down inside the slot, and then rotate that down into position like that. And then you can either use your fingers or a screwdriver to kind of get this to level out. And then the grooves on each side of the nut should sit flush underneath the rail. So I got a screwdriver here. Just gonna take the nut and roll it. And go ahead and just kind of push it over in place. So that's how it goes in there. Then you can see those are completely adjustable along the entire rail, wherever you want to mount them, or use it as a mounting point. For this kit, we're going to go ahead and go through just a single Milwaukee Packout. So we're going to go ahead and install 3 of these into this, because there's going to be 3 connection pieces that are needed. Take that, roll it. Alright, so then once you have those 3 installed in one of the rails, you can go ahead and take that, install it into the back of the machine here, push it down in place. Now you want those 3 mounting nuts to face towards the back, and then on your corresponding piece you want the 3 nuts to face opposite. So you want those to face towards the front. Then for the Milwaukee Packout, you're going to want to use the very front rails and then the 3rd rail for your mounting. With everything set up with our long T-slot rails, we're going to go ahead and install our connection pieces. So go ahead and put that in between our 2 long rails, and then you want to line the 90-degree brackets up with those T-slot nuts, and then just loosely start those M8 provided hardware into that T-slot nut. You're going to want to go ahead and do that for all 3 of these connection pieces. You want to just finger tight, basically loose, so that way you can still move these back and forth inside the rail into position, so we can line up our Milwaukee Packout. Once we get everything lined up, that's when we'll then tighten it up completely and move on to the next step. Alright, so I went ahead and got the hardware installed. Now you can see these slide back and forth. This one I must have got a little too tight here. There we go. I'll slide pretty easily back and forth, so you can adjust them. So now I'm going to go ahead and tighten these 2 up to give us a solid starting point for lining up for the Milwaukee Packout. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten those up, and then I'm going to grab my Packout mount and bring that up here too. Alright, so we got that end one all tightened down. I'm going to go ahead and set this in place. Is we're going to line these holes up with this back rail. We're going to line these side holes up with the slot in the rail here. So it'll kind of give you an idea where these other sections need to be slid in. Now, this does not necessarily need to be done in the back of the machine. If you wanted to pull this system out assemble it on the ground, then come up here and put it in, that would be perfectly fine as well. I just have it in here for a visual reference of what you're going to be looking at. So the way I'm doing it here, holes are lined up with the slots. We're going to be utilizing this set of holes, the back set of holes, the center holes, and the holes on the left hand side. So now that I have it roughly lined up where I want it to be, I'm going to go ahead and pull that out of the way, get these level, and then tighten the nuts down, and we'll be back for the next step. Alright, now for the final step here. What you're going to do is you're going to take your T-nuts that are for the M6 bolts. You're going to install them the same way as you did for the T-nuts that went into the side that are cross members mounted into. You're going to go ahead and install 3 of them on the left hand side. For your center, it's going to be 2. On your right hand side, it's going to be 3. On the back, it's going to be 2. So that's going to correspond to these 3 holes, these 2 holes, these 2 holes on the center, and these 3 holes on the right. So you're going to want to get those T-nuts in there, kind of put your pack out roughly in location. If you wanted to, you could start with the back 2. Get your bolt started in each of the T-nuts, that way it still slides. Then you can line your T-nuts up in a rough location in line in all the spots there and there. And then once you have them in location, then you can go ahead and just slide this over, get it lined up with your T-nuts, and then final install the bolts that you don't have in yet and tighten those down. Once you have that set up, everything's tightened down, then the install for the Milwaukee Packout is complete. If you don't have the Milwaukee Packout, whatever accessories you are planning on installing, it's completely up to you. It's a modular system we had said in the beginning, so move these any number places you want them to go. You could have milk crates in there or other gear boxes. You just didn't want your gear boxes sliding around. You have your hunting gear or camping gear or stuff around the ranch. You can certainly keep that in there too. Just move these into locations and then slide them up tight. So that way it's a nice adjustable fit to whatever you want to put back here. So now in the case that you were gonna haul dirt or something else, whatever you're gonna use back here, you need the full range of the bed. You don't want to get everything all full of dirt, so you can easily just come over here, just lift up on the rails, and this entire thing can lift up and out of here nice and easy. It's not permanently bolted in, but it is a nice snug fit, so you're not going to have to worry about going down the trail and having it fly out of the back or anything like that. It's snugly in there, but it's also easily removable if you want a full use of the bed. That way you're not taking your pack outs and drilling them straight to the bottom of the bed and having to drill and undrill and do all that. So that will complete the video for our aluminum modular mounting system for the Can-Am Defenders. If you want to see more videos, like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, you can contact us directly through our website. That'll be linked below with the link to the product. Or you can comment directly on the video and we can help you out there too. Thanks for watching. Safe riding.